all fucked OBS. That's right.
Yes.
He's made him my bitch, my fickle bitch OBS.
Wasn't pretty.
It.
I like that kind of talk.
It was beautiful.
I took him out. Hopefully everything's fine. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, tell us we're roboting, whatever.
You're great. You're great, Greg.
Everything's fine? God, you know what? Then fuck yes, you for me. Yay for me, everybody. God, cheer through the fucking confetti. Woo! Pumped. 2018? Fuck that place. We're in 1933. You're here. You stayed here. I love you all. My glasses are heating up. I'm so fucking happy. All right. Let's do this shit. 1933. Allison, fucking tell us about it.
Hey everybody, it's Allison. I play Caitlin Jane O'Callaghan, aviatrix extraordinaire, princess of the skies, America's flying sweetheart. I am coming to you live tonight from Studio B at Ives Esoteric and Antiquarian Bookstore, aka the home of Lauren, who's right downstairs. And as I recall, in 1933, I had my 45 to the head of one Joseph Dietrich and was just about to put 3 bullets in it. I cannot wait to see what happens next. I'm sure you can't either. We'll see.
All right.
I don't think you're ready for me.
Greg's been drinking green tea or something. You guys.
Anybody's ready.
Let's fucking do. Lauren,
Yeah.
just talk. Tell us about 1933. Let's just fucking do this.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking do it if you calm down. Hi, I'm Lauren. I play Miss Bella Marie Ives of Ives Esoteric and Antiquarian Bookstore in the beautiful Lower East Side of Manhattan. And today I'm wearing my pink dress. I was afraid it was gonna be a little rumpled, but I have a trick for you. If you hang it up in the bathroom while you're in the shower, the steam works all your kinks right out. 1933.
All your kinks?
Yes! Fucking summer's here! It's summer, there's kinks and all kinds of talking going on, and Summer just donated something. And I'm fucking pumped about it. Everybody!
It's
Summer,
2 crits for your players, so you should probably stop.
Is it? Is it?
It is.
Fine! Alright, I still appreciate it, Summer. 2 crits for everybody. From the fantastic Summer, who is tearing it up in the RPG world. I think I've watched 3 things with her in it in the past 24 hours. She has fucking rocked them all. The King is dead. She just dropped the mic on everybody in The King is Dead. I hope to do the same next Saturday when I take the crown. What? That's at the outros, though. We'll get back to it. Steve, what's up, 1933? Talk about it.
What's up? Thank you, Summer. You're the best. I've watched her too. She's excellent. I've been going through my extensive notes over here, and it looks like I'm in the vehicle with Mr. Sawyer. We're going to try to decide what we're going to do, and we'll see how it goes. We're going to try to get back together, apparently, because your title is very luminous.
Title is very luminous. Well, all right.
Is that the right word?
I think you
know,
mean
but-
ominous, but I like illuminous.
Okay.
It's a word.
Yeah.
We're going to go with it. You know
It's in the
what?
dictionary.
Everybody, I don't know if you heard this, if you're coming in a little bit late, but I kicked the shit out of OBS. Just UFC that son of a bitch into submission. He tapped out and I said, fuck you, I'm just going to kill you instead. And I did it. I'm a murderer, everybody. Speaking of murderers, Strider, what's up, bud?
I would have preferred the loquacious Steve being a segue, but yeah, I'm playing Elijah Sawyer. Fantastically excited that everything's working and get to play tonight. I stole a car, but I have 20 in drive, so everything's going to be fine. Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm game.
Let's do it. I like the sound of that. And then we're going to get hyped for the hypest of all the Olympians, the one that lives, emotion on her sleeve, just the razor's edge. He's a mixture of Jack Nicholson and John Bender. Everything is out there. Greta, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing spiffy. I'm going to be playing Greta von Kraus as a German doctor and scientist who is currently with Kate. I believe she just got washed out through a sewer in a white dress. So I'm sure she's just the picture of beauty right now, all purple and green and brown right now. But turn around her to Joseph Dietrich, and Kate's about to shoot some bullets, but even though she said she wanted to talk to the guy, so I'm seeing like a double standard here. I want to talk to whoever's coming out, and then I'm going to blow his brains out. Those are 2 very different methods of
Have you ever met Kate O'Callahan before?
Yes, and that's why the talking surprised her, and then she's like, "Oh, she's getting diplomatic." No, disappointment, but we shall continue and meet up with the rest of the Olympians, hopefully, and it'll be great.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see as I make sure it's no longer Far Cry and something completely different. Because we aren't playing Far Cry, are we? Thank you very much in there. I think it was Roller that told me about that.
No, we're not.
We are not. Let me see. Hopefully that didn't just screw everything up. And if it did, yeah, that's me.
As a Montana resident, I have to tell you how accurate that game is.
We've actually referenced you many times, Sawyer.
Good. It's just fucking chaos out there, man. We got bears in the backyard and shit.
Okay, well, that sounds great and all. That sounds great, but this isn't Far Cry. It's 1933. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Olympians of all ages, now that I am no longer Mr. Roboto, I am going to drop a little knowledge as we go back and figure out exactly what has happened last week on this Pulp Cthulhu's Project Athena. The party is split, not once, not twice, in 3 different sections. And because you all couldn't hear what I said before, this is what I said. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the 3 split. Third to third to third. I don't like it. It's too much work for me. Your keeper is stressed out. I just murdered somebody. I'm going to need to make this a little bit easier on myself. So my pledge to you, 2 crits aside, Summer, I am going to eliminate one of these groups if they do not stick with the program and follow RPG etiquette and form one party. 3 will become 2. 2 may become 1. I'm going to kill. I'm going to try to. Because I've done it and I have the taste of it already. OBS is, it's on my tongue and I want to continue with this murder spree. But anyway, what happened last week was several of the Olympians were stuck in the Meadham building. They took various exits out, and to make a long story short, 2 of them, Greta and Kate, went through the sewer and arrived at the building site of the zoo in Central Park. 2 of the others went through the front door and decided to just drift off into the city. Wait, no, they didn't. They stole the guy that owns the building's car. Because they did.
Because it's his own damn fault for leaving the keys in the ignition.
Now,
I did not know that. I didn't know that. I didn't have that in my notes.
Now everybody says, but wait. But wait. But wait. Sabella. What about her? She did nothing. Oh, I beg to differ. I don't see a ring on it. Ladies and gentlemen, premarital sex will get you killed in Cthulhu. And as far as we all know, that is exactly what occurred in the Gundam Hotel between Phil Castillo and Sabella Ives. Harlan.
I have no
said it.
regrets.
I see we're running Friday the 13th rules here, man.
0 regrets about any of it.
This is tried and true from the times of the ancient Sumerians. Premarital sex in a horror movie, you're dead. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Olympians of all ages, let's get into this. Let's do it for real. I am hype, but in a good way. So we have 3 different groups. 2 traveling in a car, 2 at the zoo, 2 in a shower. Who's in the most dangerous place? We're going to find out soon. If you want to contribute, sign up, subscribe. I got goofy emotes now. Greg is slut-shaming. No, I'm not. And I'm going to allow that because somehow Nightbot's still taking care of that. I'm going to do these in my new little emotes, everybody. Some horror, some devil action. But what we're going to start with is where I've wanted to start with. And I love everybody in chat right now. I love you guys to the point. If you want to contribute like Summer did, you can. If you want to sub, you can. We get a couple followers. I'm going to give these guys advantage. They're going to need it. Let's get on with it. Here we go. Central Park. To set the stage for you, the Central Park Zoo is currently being built. Found out last time in our episode of Escape, inside Robert Needham's office, they found the deed to land in Central Park, the same land that they are currently standing on, the land that is becoming the Central Park Zoo. As they escaped from the sewer system after their elevator mysteriously dropped them into some weird purple goo, They arrived, climbed some rickety stairs, exited a top closet that was a service elevator, or a service escape to the top side of Central Park. But they were being followed. And, as they prepared themselves, none other than Joseph Dietrich popped out, and he said, "Come now, Olympians. We are on the same side today." To which Kate O'Callahan does what?
So as I said at the end of the last episode, I had my 45 drawn, standing behind the door, waiting for whomever came out. And I was planning to talk if it was literally anybody else in the fucking universe but Joseph Dietrich. So I'm so sorry, Greta. Plans change. So I'm going to take those 3 headshots now, please, at point blank range.
Sure, you want to go ahead and roll them?
I do, I think. How does that mod for point blank range? Does it?
No. You can do 3, though, because you are well within the distance for fanning of the hammer.
I would like to face palm as she pulls the trigger 3 times.
So that's 1 success.
1 extreme.
And 1 extreme and a fail.
And a fail. Okay, so as each of the shots from the pistol go into the head of Joseph Dietrich, I'd like you all, including Greta, including Kate, roll power checks for me, please.
Okay.
You know, it's so funny that you should mention that, because I was just remembering that I have a pulp feat that allows me advantage on every power check. And I hadn't used it. I don't think I've used it a single time in the game so far.
Here we go.
I have a 90 in power, but I have a lot of crits. I think I'll just use a crit.
Okay.
I don't want to risk rolling a 90 plus.
Technically, yeah. Technically, then, with you rolling a crit, Kate with her advantage rolling an extreme, here's what happens. As the bullets enter what would be the brain pan of Joseph Dietrich dissolves into purple mist, and the world around you changes, and you see just along the periphery of Central Park Zoo, which at this point does not have the shrubbery or the trees that are built in and around it. This is the beginning of it, so you're able to see almost to the boundaries of this very small enclosure. And it's almost as if you're in the inside of a terrarium, as you can see the purple that you floated in nowhere pounding and pulsing against the outside of some type of field. And you hear, "So now I know who you truly hate." And the voice seems to come from everywhere.
Do you really? That is interesting.
Hating the Germans does not restrict me from liking you. What did you take from my building?
From your building? Who is this?
They call me Robert Meadham. Both of you roll spot hiddens.
Okay.
Success?
Sorry, I had to cough real quick. Fail.
Okay, so as Greta is kind of staring back at the entrance, the top closet, Kate, with the eyes of an aviator, you look, and between some of the enclosures, some of the half-constructed pits and pens and observation decks, you see a loping form kind of running by on its knuckles as it goes across and disappears into the darkness.
I pointed out to Greta, "Doctor, what is that? Did you see that?"
I saw nothing.
How far away?
Maybe 25, 30 yards.
And Dietrich's body is gone. There's nothing, right?
It just turned into purple mist.
Appears it was an illusion of some sort.
Doctor, that was I swear. And Kate starts to walk in that direction, like she's and she might be about to take off at a jog after whatever it was that she saw. But she shakes her head and turns back to the doctor. I'd swear I saw something. Maybe it was some. Are there any animals here yet? Well, you wouldn't know. We just got back.
There's a rhinoceros.
You guys hear from everywhere. Who are you?
Are you hearing this?
Yeah.
That seems like a ridiculous question. You know exactly who we are.
I care not who you are.
Then why'd you ask, smartass?
I simply need to affix a name.
Affix a name. Well, sweetheart, you can affix Caitlin Jane O'Callahan to whatever you want to fix it to.
You see Calamity Jane fly overhead. Caitlin Jane O'Callahan.
Kate looks at her watch. That's it. You might have heard of me.
I know you now. And you? The voice beckons towards Greta.
What? This is tricksy. This is a tricksy scenario. Does this voice just sound curious, or does it sound nefarious?
Or luminous.
Or luminous?
Wait a minute, let me check my notes.
Your extensive notes.
Extensive notes.
Luminous. Yeah.
Alright. Like, can I try to, psychology the voice? Try to, figure out its motives here?
Are you trying to not answer by delaying, or are you...
No, she's trying to figure out what she wants to answer. She's trying to figure out the motive of this voice before she gives it a response. She's not trying to not answer.
You can try to psychology this one. It's going to be...
Psychology or psychoanalysis?
Yeah, you can either one. Psychoanalysis works fine too, but this is going to be an extreme. So
Failed. Just kidding. Greta, I think that Greta is okay with this guy, maybe? I don't know. She'll say, Lauren's just tell everybody.
Roll a sanity check for me, Greta.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Okay. That's a success.
Okay, so you begin to feel tendrils of an intrusion into your mind. Not unlike something you may have felt with Sabella Ives, but if Sabella is silk and autumnal days, this is the cold icicles of winter, as you just feel shards begin to pierce and enter the matter between your ears.
Okay, she's going to be like, ugh, Greta von Kraus.
Do I see any evidence of this? Do you wear this at all, Greta?
She probably just is like, ugh, like she's not a very expressive person. So the fact that she's showing any expression speaks volumes.
Do you need anything from me on that, Greg, or can I just have it?
I will tell you this. You too, Greta, saw Calamity Jane fly overhead.
Okay.
Now, you may have been able to identify it as Calamity Jane, because I'm not sure you've actually ever seen the craft before. But you'd probably be able to identify it specifically because
from the papers.
Its unique configuration. And in you viewing this from Kate, just outside of the dome of this terrarium of the purple, Kate and Greta, you both see Joseph Dietrich as he is talking to Greta. Now, this is what I want you to do to the Olympians. And it disappears.
Wait, I saw that too?
You did.
Kate looks at Greta, and then she looks around at this purple business and Mr. Meadham, I don't know what you are or what you think you are, but I'm just going to tell you, I get weirder things than you with box tops out of Rice Krispies, sweetheart. I got a plane to catch. Come on, doctor, let's go.
You
and I start
something from me.
I start walking, and I'm going to take Greta like by the arm if I can, and start walking in the direction of the edge of the park and out toward the street.
You want to go out of the bubble?
Well, it's the bubble extends like all the way to the edge of the park, right?
All the way to the edge of the property that is the Central Park Zoo.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk toward the edge of it. Yeah.
Okay, as the two of you are walking, and Greta, I'm assuming you're going along with her.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go through the bubble first.
As you walk up to the bubble, it has a kind of a glossy, and as you get closer, and the curved nature of the bubble allows for a reflection as you guys get closer and closer. You see both of your corpses looking back at you as you walk forward, the skin rotting off your faces and the hair kind of sloughing off to the side. As the closer you get, the more decay appears to desiccate the bodies of your reflections. I would like you both to roll sanity check. Even though
I have the feat that lets me not have to roll sanity checks for bodies like that.
Right, this one's yours though.
Oh, okay.
Can I crit the sanity check, please?
Mm-hmm.
I succeed.
Okay, so as you guys look at this, you see that, but also the closer you get, you realize that this surface isn't just a bubble or a membrane. It is the beginning of what looks like the stuff that you floated in. The rest of the world outside of this bubble is nowhere. But let's cut back to a 32 Packard, that is a 33 Packard, that is being driven by one Elijah Sawyer down the streets of Manhattan.
Soldier boy, where did you say exactly our friend Sabella was being watched after?
She's at the Gundam Hotel, but you know Phil Castile's there, right?
Oh, yes, I think I am aware. I'm in the mood for Italian food. I'm gonna make a stop there first before we pick her up.
Where did you get this car at?
Soldier boy, you were with me.
I was with you when you drove.
Right there in front of the meeting building.
Let's make your stop, and then we'll decide what we want to do. If you run into Phil, it's going to be bad news, I believe.
Oh, I certainly hope so, soldier boy.
Spot hidden from both of the gentlemen.
Uh-oh. What's a hard success?
I failed.
So as you're kind of leaning back, looking in the rear view, and then kind of half turning to talk to Dwight, who said he went into the back seat, as you are kind of, over the shoulder talking, you see two cars pull behind. One's a coupe, one's a sedan. They both look too drab to be commuter cars or private, the automobiles of private citizens. These appear to be company cars.
How far away, how long of a drive is it to go get some Italian food, Greg?
You probably it's early in the morning here. We said that we're very close to dawn, or we're at 7:30-ish now. People were showing up. So I would think that you would have a relatively easy drive, but the commuter buses have begun. There's a lot more pedestrian traffic as people are going into the city. 10, 15 minutes.
Dwight, we have company.
Dwight kind of turns because he was about to ask Sawyer, how he's got mixed up with this business with the mafia, but he as he says it, he kind of turns, and I see the cars as well.
You do.
Spot hitting on any guns coming out or anything, or are they just following?
I will allow you to do a spot hidden check if you're looking for particularly armed assailants. And I will also give Elijah this because he was made aware of a boon in the front seat of the car when he approached, there were some files that seemed to be in the front bearing the mark of Caduceus. Just at the look of these two files, one of them seems to be entitled Joseph Dietrich.
Well, we're holding on to these. The soldier boy, you remember Borneo?
Of course.
Pretend them caused that big, mouthy, nasty guy.
What?
I want you to shoot those two people while I get us the fuck out of here.
I did do a spot hidden. Do I see any guns coming out? You know, because
Not at this point. There's nobody like hanging out the window, but it's very evident by their dress as you see how the people were dressed in the front windows through the windshield. They appear to be company men. In fact, you recognize one of them as being one of the security guards that was standing by the elevator in the Meadham building. So these people are associated with Caduceus, or at least the Meadham building in some respect.
If you see firearms, return fire, please.
Con man, you do realize what we're going to start here. Yeah, Dwight kind of gets the grease gun out, like he's going to. How far away are they for me to turn and spray?
Don't fire yet. Wait till you see guns.
I haven't fired yet.
Yeah, they're a good 50 yards back at this point. They're keeping a relatively good distance because the traffic, as I mentioned, isn't that dense yet, so they can afford to slow down a bit. They're not appearing to match speed though; just keep you in sight. New York's a difficult place to.
Try to lose them and see if we can ditch the car, man.
Do I know what I'm starting here? You're asking. Dwight, you have no idea.
You're gonna have to fill me in here because I don't know how deep you are into this crap, man. I worked for the mafia before in Seattle, and it's not. They're all dead or in jail, so this is what this is going to end up with.
I hope so. My fingers are crossed.
And Dwight just kind of gives him a sideways looks like, what? Here I am again.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do? As it appears you have two pursuit vehicles, an unidentified number, at least 4 people, 2 in each car. You're not sure if there's anybody in the back seats of these. They are keeping a relatively safe distance, but they are definitely tailing you.
Maintain speed and drive as observantly as possible.
Okay, so you're maintaining all traffic signals,
I'm letting him watch
Dwight?
back.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive traffic signals.
Yeah, Dwight's like, if you got to run them. If we can get away from these people and ditch this car, it's our best bet. Dwight does Dwight feel like he should start putting together the grand to give him a better shot for the distance if he has to turn and shoot?
That is certainly. I'm not a sniper.
Okay, he will start putting together the gun then.
Elijah's not going to stamp on the gas anymore, but he's going to hurry. He's going to go through his intersections.
Okay.
If need be.
Do you want to try to time one where you kind of just maybe run a little red when you're going through to kind of, draw them out and get them stuck, or are you're just this is the conversation outside of the second Death Star when Han and Chewie talk to it. I don't know.
Yeah,
fly casual, right? That's
Dwight's like, fucking punch it, man. Punch this shit, man. Let's get the fuck out of here. We know they're there. They're not going nowhere. We have to get away from them. Or
can I roll a luck roll to see how many red lights I bump into?
I tell you this, you do not have to roll a luck roll. There's one coming up. If you want to time it, you can sure as shit time it.
I will do my best to go through the red light. Yeah.
Okay. Just need a drive roll here.
I'm gonna use a crit.
Okay, so as you, hey Pokey, what's up, buddy? As you guys get towards the end, just at the right particular time, almost as the first pedestrians are stepping off the street and into the crosswalk, as the lights have the metered lights have swung down, cling, 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 and red has come up. You drive through. Dwight, as you turn back and look and see the oncoming cars, you see them measure and weave through the closing pedestrians, and you also see a woman get clipped as her legs are dragged under the front left wheel. You can hear the trails of screams as these cars are now picking up speed.
So this shit's getting serious.
Yeah, it
Well,
looks
doesn't
though.
it take you back?
Yeah, it looks though as if the maneuver that was performed here has slowed down the second car, the coupe, significantly as it had to run over somebody.
All right. Do I have the gun ready yet?
Yeah, you're ready to rock and roll.
All right. Can I lean out and try to, if I use, what would I need to shoot the tire or shoot the driver?
What Hyla suggests holding off.
Dwight does, he kind of doesn't even listen to him. What do I need?
Okay, so Dwight, as you lean out of the car, because your spot hidden roll was a hard and not a, or it was a regular and not a hard or extreme, it is as soon as you lean out of the car that you realize that this whole block seems to be in shadow, and directly overhead you see a Zeppelin. Let's cut to the Gundam Hotel. Sabella Ives, Philip Castillo. All we see is the twin mirrors that are inside the bathroom are completely opaque with steam. There are still tendrils of steam coming out into the bedroom proper. Phil Castillo is standing there with a sleeveless white undershirt, a wife beater, if you will, and he is combing his hair back straight, and he's whistling. It's a little off tune, but seems happy. It's just a little whistling. What is Sabella doing?
Sabella is calling room service. She's calling her little friend who was so charmed by her last time. We're doing this plan.
The guy you didn't give a tip to.
But I did charm.
Okay. Hello?
Phil has hi. It's
Hey.
Miss Pyre.
Oh. I'm just getting ready to leave, Miss Pyre. Let me give you to somebody else here.
Oh, no, I really would appreciate it if you in particular. I just felt so embarrassed from earlier, and I just wanted to, make up for that. So if you could just pop back up here real quick, that'd be great. Please.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute.
Thank
Going
you.
out to rest in 8 hours. Okay, I'll be there. As he hangs up the phone and you are alone with Phil, who at this point is beginning to button up one of his numerous dress shirts that he has around here.
Okay,
He turns and looks at you and he goes, "Oh, a hell of a morning." Oh, fucking great.
Yes. Good for you. All right. I think that you can fit under here, and we just drape the sheet over.
Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, this, right.
Yes. We're leaving.
Okay. Hey.
We're leaving.
Oh, you're all business now. Oh, I like this. This is
Okay.
nice.
Can you please just get under here?
You want me to be all business too?
I want you to be expedient.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Get under the room service cart.
Okay. I mean, the guy's not
I
here
just-
yet. I don't have to.
I'm trying to.
Do you know
I'm
how
trying to save your life for the third time in a
I
row.
understand that, but you know how much these pants, they cost a lot. I mean, I'm not going to shine the knees just because,
Oh my goodness.
when he knocks
You
on the
wanna-
door, I'll climb under them.
Do you want to change the pants then? Maybe you shouldn't wear pants that are just gonna come off one way or another.
Do you want me to change my pants? Is that what you're saying?
I
Are we
want
still
to
all
sneak
business?
you- I'm trying so hard to sneak you out of here in one piece.
You can tell that he's absolutely fucking with you.
Oh,
I know.
I'm
I
going
know
to
what you're doing.
ignore him.
I
and-
appreciate what you're doing. Believe me. But you know what? We don't have to do none of this yet. I don't want to be under there. If fucking Dillinger comes in, or Lek put quite a price on my head. Some fucking Joe Schmo could try to take a shot. I don't want to be under a goddamn cart. Oh,
Okay,
wait a minute. Let me move this butter.
Do you just want to stay here then and I'll go?
Where you gonna go? No, I said I'd
Home.
protect you. I told the others I was gonna watch you.
I'm fine.
I know you are. They wouldn't believe me though, and I made a promise, you know.
Well, you're scared to go out. I need to go do things that are out. So if you want to just
I'm not scared to go out, but you know, fucking
I'm
Dillinger.
scared.
It's fucking Dillinger. Okay, we had this
Stop.
conversation before.
Yeah, we
right?
already did it.
All right,
I'm
well, listen.
scared. Okay. All right, so we're
Okay.
just gonna wait here, make sure that the trolley. Oh, do you have money for a tip? Yes, you do. You do.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know what you were talking about again. I didn't know if we were all business. I mean, you take your pants off. Why don't you change these now? Hey, we got 10 minutes. Listen, I am not a
Bill?
smart man. I can't read all this shit.
I know.
You're a
I know.
worldly, book smart woman that,
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of give me like a wink or something if we're kind of snapping back into the fun part.
Do you have tip for the man who is coming up here?
Yes.
Great.
He hands you a wad of bills,
Wonderful.
roughly $180.
This is not as fun as the 7,000 Mr. Elect gave me that burned up.
Lex a fucking thief. I earn all my money. Lex, he likes to squeeze it out of fucking blood money from that Lex.
All right.
He gave you 7,000. That's 7,000 kids' tears right there.
Well, I'm glad they burned up. Wonderful.
Anything that burns up's good to me. Okay, so there's a knock at the door. Hello, Miss Pyre. Yeah.
Great.
And-
Maybe. Okay. I'm coming. Okay. Phil, maybe you should
was
already
that?
be
Okay.
hidden.
All right. I didn't know
You
what
should-
you. I heard that earlier, but I didn't want to make sure. And he gets down underneath the cart.
I kick it a little,
Hey, watch it.
and then I kick it again, and then I go to the door.
It's the gentleman out there. He has his suit jacket off. The bow tie that he was wearing is a little bit loose. You can tell that he probably had to put it back on to come up here. And as there are no clip-ons, he had to retie and bow tie. So it's kind of...
Okay. Is there anybody else out in the hall?
You can roll a spot hidden for me.
I'll do it. It's fine. Oh. It did not roll it. Come on, roll 20. Oh, a success.
Okay. Nope. You don't see anybody out there.
Okay, I open the door. Hi.
What would you like, Miss
I
Pyre?
yes, if you could be so good as to take this cart to, is there like a back exit from the kitchen? Oh, I rolled it twice. Oh.
That's okay.
Is there a back exit from the kitchen?
There's the service. I mean, we bring in all the food and everything.
Perfect. I need you to take this cart there.
I mean, I'm going to take it to the kitchen, but it's going to be reloaded up to bring up other people's stuff. They clean them off and then...
What if we just took it to the door though? And I'm gonna pass him the whole wad of cash.
You give him $180?
Yeah.
Back of the... Absolutely. He starts to... Back of the... I'll be there in 5... How soon do you need it down there?
Oh, I just want you to look real casual about it, but I mean, faster is better. I am missing my friends. I have a very important meeting to attend, I assume, somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to meet you down there. You're going to be on the other side? Are you coming down with me? Or how are we doing this?
That's a great question. Could you grab me a maid uniform?
Absolutely. Yeah, you see him jet down the hall. He takes a key, opens, and then there seems to be several maid outfits in there. They're black and white. They're not French maid, everybody, but they're absolutely maid uniforms. You can tell that there are several of them that are kept on each floor in case a maid or a service worker were to have an accident, spill something on themselves. Because back in this day, everybody, despite their job in the hotel, presents themselves to the best of the hotel, hence the bow ties and things. And he comes back with one.
Does it have a little cap?
It does.
Yes. I stuff my... Well,
No one will recognize her. She's got a hat on.
I've got a hat on. I stuff my little curls up there. I change.
Okay, he waits outside.
Oh, how nice.
And yeah. Okay, listen, you can keep that maid outfit. I'm leaving here next week anyway. I'm going back home to Oklahoma. So
Oh, we're in Oklahoma.
Bingham.
Great.
It's a little town.
Family there?
Yeah, I'm going back home. Pardon my French, but screw this place. I mean, I bust my butt. I'm working 60 hours a week, and, it takes me an hour to get here, and it doesn't matter. This is awesome. This is great. Awesome really isn't coming to Vogue yet. This is great. I'm going to go back to Oklahoma in style. I appreciate it very much, Miss Pyre.
Great. Okay, so yeah, we're going.
That's right, Summer. $3,389 in today's money. This kid is real glad he took this call.
You made his year.
I did. I'm a nice person.
Okay, so he's going to take you down. You guys go very quickly. When you get down to the downstairs, though, you do see outside on the street the image of Dillinger as he is smoking a cigarette. But as you guys immediately come out of a service elevator and not the general elevators, you take a right, you go back into the back, and you disappear into the service sector of the Hotel Gundam. It's just a couple seconds from there as you roll, and as you're rolling through the kitchen, you hear somebody say, Pete, put this back over here. You can't. What are you taking that over there? And apparently the gentleman known as Pete, who is pushing the cart, turns around. He goes, hey, fuck you, Charlie. I'm never coming to work here again. And he just keeps pushing. And you hear, Charlie, what are you talking about? I said, fuck you. Just go fuck yourself. You're awful. An awful human being. And he goes over, opens up the back door, and runs you guys out. And as soon as you get outside, Phil rolls out from underneath. The kid seems completely aware that there was somebody under there because the cart was like 180 pounds heavier than when he...
Yep.
And when he rolls it up there, he says, Phil comes out and Phil's laughing. And he's like, fucking Charlie, right? Fuck that guy.
Charlie's the worst.
He hands him another $100. And the kid's like, keep the maid outfit. If you
look great in it.
If you guys are ever in Oklahoma,
We'll look you up, Pete. What's your last name?
Patterson. Pete Patterson.
Fantastic. Bye.
Hey, bye. He goes back in and you hear yelling and stuff, and then he pops back out a second later. He seems to be holding a different hat. His suit jacket's off. The bow tie's gone. He sees you guys there and he just waves, lights a cigarette, and starts whistling as he walks down through the alleyway.
All right. We're going to the bookstore.
Okay. You guys are able to make it to the bookstore without incident, as you have escaped both the Gundam Hotel, but someplace where there is an incident. Back to Central Park. You guys are staring at your... whatever the hell this is, but you're staring at it, and...
Yeah, Greta's definitely studying the reflections to see what state of death they're in, like how long they've been decomposed. Just basic medical stuff, maybe cause of death. She's morbid like that.
It just seems like you can't identify a cause of death, but you can identify that these appear to have been dead for some time.
Interesting.
What kind of magic or something is this? Mr. Meadham, what the hell do you want from us? I don't have time for this.
Nor do I. You have taken something from me. I wish it back.
Are you talking about that little scroll that we found in your machine?
I'm talking about everything that you took from me.
Kate looks to Greta. Did we take anything else? I think that was all we... I don't know. We might need like an itemized list or something, because that's all I remember.
Greta's gonna open up her bag and be like, this I was saying, no, that's a hit. That's just She's like, I only recall taking the scroll. That you handed to me, despite my proclamations that I would prefer to study it first, but she's fine.
Well, how are you going to study it if you don't hold on to it? I don't...
There are ways. Let me science, and you can do the flying thing.
For the record, Kate's playing all of this kind of jokingly just to kind of stall for time here, but...
Okay, and we just got donated from Pokey a random crit. I will be giving that out. Random crittage from Pokey. Thank you, Pokey. Okay, as you all were standing there, I have a question. Didn't you guys take the book with the braided hair in it?
Elijah has that book.
Okay.
Dwight and Elijah took the devil hair book. The satanic hair book.
Yeah, it's in my notes.
Yeah, Greta doesn't have
extensive.
And I also have the deed that no one knows about.
Yeah, and the deed that no one knows about to this part. I just have the scroll, so Greta's like, I did not take anything. I
didn't take anything.
As you all are standing there, you notice that the wall begins to move towards you.
This did not look good. Can I
It's getting to the point. Yeah, it's getting to the point where it's about a foot away from you and closing.
Yeah. No, I'm backing the fuck away. I would have, as soon as it started moving, I would have backed up and pulled out.
Exactly.
Can I look at the scroll that I have here? That's bad ideas.
Well, now, don't be hasty here, Mr. Meadham. We can certainly talk about this. I'm pretty sure this is all we've got, but
is this scroll? Is this scroll right here that says this stuff on it?
Roll a sanity check for me as you glance at the scroll.
I'm gonna crit it, and I'm gonna read the scroll because I want to know what its stuff says before we have to give it up.
Okay, as you don't have a chance to study this, as you know, Lindy, because Cthulhu stuff takes quite a bit. As these tendrils as these tendrils begin to eke into your mind again, you notice that as you're backing away from the cave or the curve of the bubble, as it's getting closer to you, as you look at the scroll, your reflection is also looking at a scroll. And while you can make nothing out of what is on your paper, you do glean from the reflection the following. It is a spell of some sort of summoning. It is a ritual explained in exquisite and exact detail. Because you critted this, the feeling that you get is that this is an explanation of the sacrifice that is required to correctly use the devices that you saw in both Borneo, that you saw in the Meadham building, and that May and Barney saw in Iceland.
Okay.
You would not know that.
So we're kind of backing toward the service closet, which does that still feel like it's the epicenter of the bubble here?
It seems to be the exact center, yep.
Yeah, so backing toward that. And just looking at Greta, as she's obviously trying to read, see if I'm getting anything, if you're getting anything.
But I'm looking at the reflection of me reading.
Yeah.
Is this scroll? Is this one here?
Drop it to the ground.
Kate. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
Yeah, anytime that Allison looks up and says, oh, fuck, Kate reaches into her bag and pulls out the serpent gun and takes it on her wrist and then holds it toward the scroll.
What are you doing?
So you need this for your machines, right? Is that why this is important to you?
As you point the serpent gun at the scroll, the two heads of the serpent gun turn back, almost completely flipping, and roll and look at you. And as one, both heads say, "My dear Miss O'Callahan, you cannot use one of our weapons against us."
Now, while it's doing that, can I be reading some more of this scroll? Like studying it a little more? She's buying me some time.
You would, with that crit, I'll let you know this, it would be something that would require several weeks of study. You might be able to, like, if you, like, crammed it, you could probably get kind of a surface idea in, like, 40 hours or so. But it's like, intensive study would be required.
All right, cool. She'll just drop it then. I don't have time for this. I don't want to die.
Okay.
And the snake gun is not going to work here. It is not the answer to everything.
Yeah, the everything begins to continue to get smaller, and as the bubble kind of goes over top of the scroll, you see your own reflection reach down and pick it up, and both of the scrolls, the reflection and the real one, become one. And your reflection rolls it up and kind of sticks it in your rib cage, as if that's the easiest place to put it.
Charming.
Yep. And as you all are kind of creeping back, someone walks out of the building to the sound of crows.
I turn around.
Out of the service closet?
Yep. It is an extremely tall, older, bald-headed man with a long, Walt Whitman beard that tapers to a point. And as he's walking, he seems to be checking a pocket watch. And here comes Summer again. Summer says, "I've had enough of you, Greg." 2 more crits because I'm shook, says Summer. Summer, you're the best. The best around.
Greg's never gonna get you down.
Yeah. Fight to the top. Yeah. Whatever. Okay, so as you guys get there, you're kind of creeping back. This large, tall, he's not heavy, he's very angular. And as he walks up, he's looking at a watch. And for a moment, you see that 3-dimensional purple shape as he clips the watch shut.
Okay. Cool.
He looks at Greta.
Fuck?
You are friends with the German. Again, you feel those ice pricks in your mind.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're in there good, aren't they? Okay, cool. She'll be like, but I am German. I have many friends. Yeah, not many. I have some friends that are German, yeah.
You have many friends that are the same friend. Joseph Dietrich. Do you know how he got his power?
I have an idea. Not completely. I do not think he was completely honest with me. Something about a relic. Overseas.
He stole it. He is a grave robber. A thief of gods.
And what does that make you, Mr. Madam?
Side-eye Kate as he's talking about this. What is Kate's expression?
You can roll a psychoanalysis and she can roll a persuasion.
Roll psychoanalysis. We'll check this out.
All right. Am I opposing this?
You are. If you want to, you can roll a persuasion, charm, or fast talk.
Yeah, I probably do, but I'm probably not going to have a whole lot of luck with any of it.
Well, you might fool me. I rolled decently high there.
Nope. Kate's frustrated for one thing, and that's probably what shows the most. But she's also scared. And it's that his apparent control over all of that purple that's got her a bit shook here.
Okay.
I am of a mind to let you go. You have already experienced, and he just gestures to the outside of the bubble, and it has tasted of you. Will you do something for me if I allow you to leave?
I thought you'd have never asked, Mr. Meadham. I knew this was coming. How can we help you?
I wish you to kill Joseph Dietrich.
Oh, well, that's easy. I mean, that's exactly. I've killed a couple of them, and
No.
I've enjoyed it every time.
No. I want you to kill the Joseph Dietrich.
Well, do you know how to do that?
Go to Berlin.
And
Follow them home.
and
I certainly don't have to explain that further, do I?
well, that's why I was asking.
If you go to Berlin, you will be made aware that the Dietrichs have a fortress just outside of Berlin in the mountains.
I can hear Lauren laughing and Kate smiling. Sorry, that made me giggle.
It will not be easy, but you seem to be mortals of merit.
Well, I'm glad you think so. I'm flattered, quite honestly, honored, really. One last question, though. What's your angle on all this, Mr. Meadham? What do you get with him dead that you can't get right now?
Victory.
Oh, so we're helping you win something. Well, I like winning. So what are we winning if we're on your team?
You are not on my team. I am
Oh.
giving you life, and you, in turn, are killing Dietrich for me.
Because you can't do it.
I do not have the resources for it.
Boy, that's kind of sad, Mr. Meadham.
Thank you for your sympathy.
No, that wasn't sympathy. Sorry, sometimes people just misunderstand me. That wasn't sympathy at all. It's another kind of sad. But all right, I suppose if that's what it takes. I mean, it was on my list anyway. So thanks for the info.
I tell you what, I enjoy this conversation. I will give you one secret about one of you that the other does not know. Let's cut to Elijah and Dwight as they are driving. And Dwight, as soon as you roll out of the car, you look up and you see the Zeppelin as it is cruising over top of the stolen car that you have.
34 after. We got 26 minutes. Let's do it.
We got a
We're going
Zeppelin
over-
above us.
We'll go a little later tonight. We started a little bit late. So if that's okay with everybody. If everybody's
I
okay
got to
going
leave
about-
like right at 7. Or right at whatever that is.
Then we'll
Okay.
get Strider stuff done, and then we'll let everybody else go.
Okay. So, okay, here we go. So as you guys are driving, you look up and that is what you see. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, Dwight's getting ready to. They're pursuing us, right? We got to get out of this car, Strider. Or Sawyer. Sorry. Two S's.
No, easy mistake to make, friend. I think I'm still gonna gun it and try to go get help from my mafia friends. Yeah.
You're heading towards the library still, though, correct? You're not trying to, you're not heading towards the Green Garden, are you?
That was
That's
the
what he
idea.
said. Yeah.
Oh, you're heading towards the Green Garden?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Then it's a little bit longer than to get to the Green Garden, which is in Brooklyn. I thought you were going to the rendezvous at the bookstore, and your eating Italian was you trying to kick the shit out of Phil. I misread an innuendo, everybody. Okay.
Whatever works, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of look like we don't have time to get there then, if that's the case.
No, we'll say that if that's the case, you're right now going over the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, to Brooklyn, as you're being followed, and the Zeppelin is absolutely on top of you as you are proceeding to the secondary borough.
We're in the middle of the street in the goddamn day. What's the Zeppelin gonna do to us down here?
Well, they just ran over a woman back there, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Yeah, Dwight's like, where exactly are you taking us?
I thought you were a man of exquisite palate, soldier boy. I thought you'd appreciate some food.
Food.
That's code talk. We're getting back up.
I hope they've got an army because it looks like we're going to need it.
Just as that is being said, you see that both passengers, one in the far coupe and one in the sedan, seeing Dwight lean out, they too lean out and appear to have rifles. One of them is carrying a shotgun as they ready to fire. Dwight, since you were the first to initiate action, you can do something here. I will give you 2 shots. This is going to be hard or better to hit anything.
If he flips the car to the right and gives me a straight line on him, will that be a better chance of it?
Yeah, they'll also close super quick, though, because he will no longer be proceeding forward.
All right, well, I'll just shoot then.
Okay. So you got 2 shots, and let me see what you can do here with them. You need hard or better to score hits.
There's one.
Okay, so one, the gentleman with the shotgun who is in the rear right-hand side, he is the unlucky bastard that leans out just a little too far as Dwight Burke fires once, and the front passenger leans back, exposing this rearward person as you take him right in the jaw, blowing off the lower half of his face with this rifle. It is at that point that you realize secondary fire is coming from the Zeppelin and striking the cars behind you. And as you see this long-range rifle fire coming from the Zeppelin, Strider, roll me a spot hidden, since you are driving.
I told you I was trying to spot things. That is a success by 1 point.
Nice.
Strider, what Elijah would see is as you're driving and the fire's going out and you're concentrating just on getting across this bridge, it is at this point that you see that the Zeppelin has, in fact, come into view. And just at the last minute, you see a green flash as some type of tube drops from the Zeppelin housing, the command center, and a blast fires out of the back of it and rockets towards the bridge. It rockets because it is a rocket. What would you like to do? It seems to be coming danger close to you. You have one chance to kind of evade it if you wish with a drive auto. You can anything else you can think of, let me know, but this doesn't look great.
Discretion is gone now. As soon as the bullets started firing, pedal to the floor. And he's going to try to outrun it, or at least get as far away as possible.
Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to hit me with a drive auto and a luck. I'd like a drive and a luck.
I will use a crit on the drive auto, and as for rolling the luck, I actually failed. What the fuck? Can I use my advantage on that luck? I have one.
No,
advantage.
you didn't call it before you rolled it. And as I am a benevolent keeper, dem rules is dem rules.
I'm getting hurt again.
So,
Greg, I don't think that's what benevolent means.
It doesn't.
I think
Benevolent
I don't
means
think so.
illuminous.
I was going to say I was
The good kind.
Could you just?
I was.
Can I get out of the car?
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Soldier, I will turn this car around.
It's funny you should say that. As the rocket comes in, it strikes just in between both cars. There is a massive explosion as the cars go flipping off of the bridge, and the structure of the bridge itself begins a sickening quake as you hear iron twisting and renting as the supports begin to give. And as you flip in the car, both of you make dex checks for me. These are going to need to be extreme, boys.
Crit.
Yeah, Elijah doesn't like getting hurt too much. I'll take a crit.
Okay, so the crit helps you do the following. You are able to get out of the car before it flips off the bridge. As you see the explosion of green flame behind you, you both go sliding forward. Here's how this one's going to work. I'd like you both to make luck rolls for me.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. Another crit.
What the fuck, man?
Another crit.
Use that advantage.
Oh, he didn't say it though. We just
You gotta say it
established
beforehand.
that.
I'll use 2 crits. Thank you, Summer. You are the greatest person on earth.
You.
When I find you, I'm going to crit you out to death. You just have no idea. I'm critting this one.
Okay, so as you are, Dwight hits the ground, starts rolling. He's able to reach and grab his gun, and as he's sliding, he sees Elijah sliding past him, as Elijah can't find any purchase of anything to grab hold to, and Dwight reaches for him and just grabs the top of his lapel and kind of plucks it as he falls off, and Elijah falls off the bridge.
He's going for the water. Nothing I can do to save him.
You're on your back. You've saved yourself. Elijah is floating in space over the Brooklyn Bridge.
He's floating?
Well, for this moment, in a second, he's
Not
going to
wrong,
be
man.
plummeting. Right. I mean, do you want me to fast forward? He's dead. There we go. We've ended that scene. So let's... Okay. He's just slid off, and for a moment, he's able to kind of look, and your eyes meet as he begins to drop from view, gravity taking its fickle hold. Back to our people in the park. Would you like to know a secret about each other? One, a gift.
No, I don't think so.
I think that sounds very interesting, yeah.
Doctor.
Doctor-patient confidentiality.
He looks
Kate
over,
starts walking. Kate just starts walking away.
He looks over at Greta, and for a moment the beard splits a bit as the white on white of his teeth and the beard match a mood that you haven't seen yet by Robert Meadham, and he gifts you with a secret. One that I will tell you off stream.
Okay.
And with that, Central Park, the bubble, everything is gone. And as Greta and Kate are now standing on a very flat piece of earth, Kate, you immediately realize what this place is as you see Calamity Jane touch down in front of you. The wheels sputter as it lands, piloted by Wally, as it comes to a rest in front of you. And as soon as the cockpit comes back a bit and Charles Wallace pulls his head out, he looks over and sees Kate, and he goes, "Well, Kate, how'd you know I was coming here?"
Well, you know me, Wally, always showing up in the right place at the right time. How you doing, sweetheart?
He runs over and hugs you.
Yeah, she jogs toward him and literally like sort of pounces on him, gives him a big kiss on the cheek, and says, I cannot even tell you how good it is to see you, Wally. How's she doing? And she starts walking. She's obviously expecting Wally to walk with her back toward the plane. How's my girl doing?
I think she misses you.
Well, of course
she put up with this old guy, but I think she misses you, Kate. And then he puts his hand on your bicep. And he reaches into his pocket. and he pulls out a small box. He told me to give this to you.
This is from Jack?
Yeah.
Can you describe the box for me?
It looks as if it's almost an identical shape and size to the box that Dietrich gave you to give to the other Dietrichs. It's not the same type of box, though. It appears to have the same mass and density, but where his was made out of wood, this appears to be made out of some type of, like a polymer of some type. Maybe it has a slight kind of like a rubbery exterior to it, where it grips a little bit better than wood would, or metal for that matter. But
Are there any other markings?
No, but you can see a seal around, and what you can only assume would be either be a top and bottom to it, or perhaps a hinge inside.
Well, he didn't say anything else?
He just said give it to you and make sure you were alone. And he looks over and sees Greta kind of in the distance. I think this is probably as alone as we're going to get.
The look on Kate's face as she follows his eyes back to Greta is suspicious. And as she's continuing, kind of her eyes on Greta, she tucks the box into her cargo pocket. And then she takes Wally's arm and starts walking with him back toward Calamity Jane.
Okay. You guys are able to close the distance. Greta, what are you doing at this point?
She's just ran up to some random person that I have no idea who it is. She's probably kind of follow at a slight distance. Or they're getting in a car, right?
No, we're just walking back over to the plane so I can check her out.
Okay. How far away is the plane from Central Park? Did he land in Central Park?
That's the thing.
That wasn't an illusion. Okay, got it. I guess she'll kind of... Is there a phone booth anywhere?
None that you see, but it appears that there's a hangar sequence off to the side, a tower of some sort, and an outbuilding around the tower. If there would be any type of phone, you would assume it would be probably over there.
Okay.
Do I recognize this airfield?
You do not, but I will let you guys know that this is somewhere in New Jersey, as you see. State of New Jersey.
We're in New Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Greta's gonna definitely try to call back to the bookstore. See if anybody's there. Did we get the phone number for the hotel room as well? From Mr. Castile?
No, you would not have a direct line per se.
We would know the hotel. Okay.
Right, you could call the hotel and then they would connect you to Mr. Pyre.
Okay. Greta is going to kind of quicken her pace, but I'm going to see if we can contact Fraulein Ives und Dwight und Herr Sawyer.
You're saying that, Kate?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a wise idea, Doctor. Would you please let them know that we'll be back? Well, let them know that I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay. Greta's gonna go into the building and make some calls. Try to get a hold of people.
Okay. What we'll do is we're going to cut back to the bridge as Greta moves in to make a call. She picks up the receiver as Kate and Wally are standing beside Calamity Jane on a New Jersey airstrip. At this exact moment, Elijah Sawyer is floating above or away from the Brooklyn Bridge, as it is still in the process of being rent and shifted and just sundered by this blast that has come from the Zeppelin. Dwight, you're hanging there. Your boots are actually off the side of the bridge as you found enough purchase to hold on to one of the struts by. Elijah, as you begin to fall and plummet, both of you see the following. There is another flash of green And as both of you kind of brace for the explosion that you know is coming, having just seen an identical flame crash and blow up on the Brooklyn Bridge, it is at this time that this flash of green intercepts the falling Elijah Sawyer. And as it rockets back up past the bridge, you see Thomas Mueller, or what used to be Thomas Mueller, as he is flying, holding Elijah, and his face is little more than a skull. And as he turns, he throws Elijah back onto the bridge. You see him turn, and with a croak that you shouldn't be able to hear, that shouldn't pass through this destroyed vocal cords in the box that you can actually see moving as he speaks, he says, "The tug Pegasus," and you see him rocket towards the Zeppelin.
I'll just go ahead and fail that sanity check now, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys go right ahead.
Do I have to make one as well?
Oh,
Do you have an
both saw
advantage
that.
or a crit, Elijah?
I'm using crits for all my sanity checks because I can't pass those.
Seriously.
Wow, just
I
succeeded.
understand.
Okay, so with the crit, that's fine. With yours, you do lose 2 sanity as you see a prior friend reduced to a horrific state.
I really didn't know him that well.
Well, you still lose 2 sanity.
It's a horrific state.
Yeah,
Steven.
Dwight doesn't care about that.
Salty Steven.
Okay, so you Sawyer, you do not lose 2 because you critted it. So you do not lose 2 sanity. Dwight does.
Is there any way, are those files that were in that passenger seat, are those on the bridge? Were those tucked into my pocket? Did they go over the edge? Where are those at? Those caduceus
Those
files.
will be determined by luck.
Advantage.
Hey,
Mathematically, I shouldn't need an advantage. If you want me to roll luck, I will use it, though.
hey, Meta Lindy, please stop.
I'm just trying to help.
Oh,
Dwight.
wait.
Hey, man.
We've got a donation in. Hold on. Hold on. You might want to. Yes, Kevin Lovecraft just came in, and Kev gave everybody a crit.
Wow, thank you, Kevin.
So,
Chat is starting to inflate our egos. We're going to start thinking we're actually gods now.
it's possible as you are able to do this horse shit. Okay, so would you like, since that came in, I think you rolled at the exact same time or whoever that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is that advantage, that luck roll that you just did? Was that the 70-70 or 49-77?
Yep.
Okay. So they are not in your possession, but you do see the files as they are kind of rocking on the bridge. One of them starting to slide towards the edge. They are bound with brass fittings, so they're not blowing everywhere. But both of them are in danger of going over the side or burning with the green flame that is kind of pulled up and spilled everywhere.
That is Elijah's priority. He wants to grab those as quick as possible.
Okay, so are you asking for Dwight's help, or are you going after both of them yourself?
He'll point one out, and then he'll dive for whichever one's closest.
Okay, you roll a dex for me, and Dwight roll a dex for me.
Hard success.
Okay.
Success.
Okay, so you are both able to retrieve these items. You're able to look down, and Elijah, you see that you have the other file. Dwight, you see very clearly Joseph Dietrich written across the top. Elijah, you see very clearly written across the top Greta von Krause.
Elijah has issues with sanity and freezing up before, but this is New York and he's okay with bullets and rockets and explosions, so he's going to hop to his feet and offer a hand to Dwight and suggest you and I need to get the hell off this bridge before it collapses.
We do. So which way can we go, Jeej? Dwight's already probably up.
Going back the way you came, the bridge seems to be held, but you're closer to Manhattan than you are to Brooklyn. So if you're going back towards Manhattan, though, you're not sure exactly what happened to the trailing Caduceus cars. There appears to be some type of firefight going on the Zeppelin overhead, at least by the secondary blasts and things that you see. It depends on where you want to go. The quickest route is back to Manhattan. Perhaps the safer route is to Brooklyn.
Dwight is going to head to the bookstore. He's done with this. It's his best option to go to somewhere he knows what's going on. He's going to head back toward Manhattan. He'll take the more dangerous route.
Despite Elijah's angst, this burning teenager-like frustration, he will not run off on his own and begrudgingly will follow Soldier Boy.
Okay. So as you guys get through, you notice that it appears that the trailing cars and every one of the men that were inside, they're all dead. You're able to kind of skirt the explosion and the puddling and burning greenish flame, and then just the regular combustibles of gasoline and oil. The bridge is thunderfucked. But you are able to make your way around it as everybody's kind of abandoning cars and heading back towards Manhattan. You blur into that mass and throng of people as you are able to get out. The strangest thing, though, is people seem to be saying that the explosion came from one of the cars on the bridge, and nobody is identifying either the Zeppelin's proximity or the fact that it fired on the bridge. And that requires no roll, as everyone seems to be taught. You just had that van that blew up. It was amazing. I can't believe I don't know who was driving. It could have been an attack, things of that nature.
Dwight would just grab somebody. What about the Zeppelin up there?
The person we got to get off the bridge, and they pull away from you.
All right, we head toward. I'm getting off the bridge. Yeah.
Yes, Mighty Moose Thunderfuck was an AC/DC song. It's from the Back in Black album. Yeah.
They did to that bridge what Greg did to OBS.
That's exactly what happened. Okay, so you guys make it back to Ives Esoteric and Antiquarian Bookstore at the exact same time as Sabella Ives and Phil Castillo. They are entering in through the front. You guys are entering in through the back. And as you both walk in, the phone rings.
Hi, Dwight. Mr. Black.
It's good. Sabella, it's good to see you guys are doing well.
We're great. Is everyone going to be calm while I answer the phone?
Elijah walks in, throws the big notepad he has down on the counter. I should have known you two would be here.
It is my store.
Well, then go, by all means, answer your phone.
I'm going to if everyone's going to remain calm. Okay.
I'm burning down your store.
I wasn't worried about that. Hello?
It's great.
Hello, Fraulein Ives.
Hi. Are you coming back here? Where is everybody? What have y'all been doing? What's been going on? Nobody told me anything.
Please remain calm.
Fraulein
Fraulein Ives, please remain calm.
I'm fine.
I will explain the scenarios that happened. Fraulein O'Callahan and I took the elevator down. The elevator malfunctioned and fell.
The elevator where?
Inside the Medium building. I'm sure if Dwight and Herr Sawyer, Herr Lecht, I don't know which one he's going by right now. is there. They can explain further to you. You were unconscious. I am glad you are awake now. That is good news. Then Fraulein O'Callaghan and I were in some sewers mixed with the purple cloud stuff, and then we came up in the zoo in Times Square. However, it merely was an illusion.
Great.
We spoke with Herr Meadham, who appears to be the purple substance of some type. And now we are somehow in New Jersey. Fraulein O'Callaghan has met an acquaintance of hers and is checking out
Tell her I have her jacket.
a Flugzeug of some type. I will do so.
I took care of it.
Is Herr Lecht und Dwight with you?
Yeah, they just walked in and everyone's just staring at each other.
Okay,
It's real tense.
that is better than
Please come
shooting.
here. Yes.
Fraulein
come here.
O'Callaghan said
Oh,
that
well, I
we
shouldn't
should
feel her
come
probably
here
talking.
as soon as possible. It is good to know you are all in the bookstore.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay, Greta. Doc, I'm glad you're okay.
We will keep you informed.
All right,
Please
see you
say-
soon. Say hi to Katie.
Will do. Auf Wiedersehen.
Hi. They're coming. They're in
Oh, great.
Jersey somehow.
Fucking Jersey. Ugh.
I know, it's terrible.
Speaking
Jersey
about
is a
terrible. Hey, speaking about terrible. Hey, fucking Lecht. How you doing, buddy?
I'm sure you have plenty of questions for me, brother.
Oh, no, I only got one question for you.
Hmm.
You want to step outside?
I would prefer to speak with you first.
Oh, we can talk on the way.
What exactly is going on? You're just both saying vague things. Mr. Light, could you just you did something that has caused Phil some problems. Could you undo something?
Undoing that is completely outside of my power. No, I can't. But there's very good reason for that. Phil, I do know you understand that those kind of mafia days they're behind us now. Both of us, you and I.
The fuck are you talking about, Lecht? Because you said so? Because you fucking tricked my organization into thinking I was a rat? You ain't calling the shots for me, you motherfucker.
There's more going on here, friend, than you might understand.
Well, it's causing all of us problems.
Yeah,
What
no
you
shit.
did.
I can turn on fire. I understand strange and things that, maybe the average Joe is gonna, not be able to come to grips with.
And you're not the only one. Okay, perhaps maybe the fire stuff, yes, but...
Well, no.
Castile, you do realize that people do need to survive at times.
Hey, fucking Soldier Boy. Yeah, no shit. I was doing a great job of it until this motherfucker decided to pull the rug out from underneath of me. Why don't you need to, turn your ass around and talk to this prick, because I understand what you're saying. If I have a problem with you, Soldier Boy, I'll say, hey, Soldier Boy, I think you're a fucking douchebag. We haven't said that yet. And I don't think that. In fact, I'm pretty impressed that you rallied after I saw you basically ready to keel over here dead a few fucking days ago.
We need to work together, is what I'm trying to say.
Sure, I'll work with you.
So we need to get the hit or
But
whatever
you
it
need
is.
to work with him as well. Points at Leck, no matter what he did to you.
How about this? How about me and Leck go outside? Whichever one comes back in, boom, they'll work with you.
No, that's
that
not
can't
what's
happen.
happening.
Okay.
So, Mr. Leck,
we are at an
need
impasse.
Phil, shut up. Mr. Leck, we need to get this off of him, whatever it is.
Change is definitely scary. I know you don't want your life to change, but I'm not trying to hurt you, Phil.
Sawyer, drop the goddamn act.
Which one, Soldier Boy. Which
You know
one?
exactly what we're talking about here.
Phil, I need you here.
So you're just going to do this voice as long as he's here the whole time?
Listen, Soldier Boy, don't worry about it. I got it. This motherfucker has more things. And that's the thing about all this. I think what's going on here is Lacto, or whatever the fuck, you guys know him as Sawyer. This motherfucker has secrets on secrets. He lies and tells them to himself. But he thinks because he likes to tell this shit, and he likes to lie, and he likes to tell the truth, enough to hurt people, that I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna be a fucking rat. And then I'm gonna tell other people's secrets, his secrets. And that's what this is all about, isn't it, Lact? You're worried that I'm gonna tell these people about your secrets. But you know what? Ask any of them. I haven't said a fucking word. I can sit here right now and start spouting them off. I could tell them what a piece of shit you are. I ain't gonna say it. You know why? Because I think experience is a lot better than stories. They'll find out what you are. I ain't gonna help them. You need my help? Fuck it.
You think this has anything to do with that, Phil? You think this has to do with love? With past, with people we know? Your hands and my hands are dirty. Love, normal life, friends, people. This kind of stuff isn't for people like you or like me. Like I said, I need your help here. And it may be a roundabout way of asking for it, but I think if you just let me explain, you'll be content.
I'm gonna stick around, Lect, and here's why. I'll help out these other people. They ain't that bad. I owe a couple of them. But you, I'm sticking around just to make sure you don't stab me in the fucking back again. And when we're clear of all this shit, and when it comes time to, I don't know, set the scales, well, I'll be on one dish, and you'll be on the other. And we'll see exactly what the fuck happens then.
I think you'll be pleasantly surprised when you see my true colors, Phil.
You already know mine. And his hands erupt into flame.
We need to New York City is what we're going to do. We're all going to end up dead. At least I'm leaving.
Yeah, we just heard on the way in that there's an explosion over on the Brooklyn Bridge. This fucking place is going to shit.
That might have been me. Yeah,
that was
Soldier
him.
Boy.
Definitely him.
Sabella, we need to get the...
I can talk now?
Back together.
Oh, I'm part of the conversation now? Boys.
You are part of the conversation.
Great. I don't have anything particular to add at this time. So... I don't know. Continue the pissing contest. I'll be upstairs.
Sabella, as you walk upstairs and get to your room, I'm assuming is where you're going.
Yeah.
The bed is empty.
Sil?
No answer.
I'll go look in Grandpa's room.
Roll a spot hidden for me.
Hard success.
Yeah, you see the blood.
Oh, what? Is that it? Where does it go? I mean, is it just in one spot?
It appears to be localized into about a 2-foot by 4-foot drag, but it appears as if somebody stepped in, pulled blood, and drug it along a heel of some kind. So it's smeared.
Is it going anywhere? Like, are there any drops, like, going toward, like, the back stairs or anything?
No, that's the craziest thing. You don't see any more evidence of it.
It's just in here.
Mm-hmm. Let's
let's cut back down to Elijah. As Elijah, you are in possession of a folder that says Greta von Krause on it. Is there anything you'd like to do with that?
As sure as I'm sure I'm not going to be cut on fire or something. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, Phil appears to. Yeah, Phil's he's flamed off. He's standing over in the corner smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, Dwight offered him a cigarette.
And what a flame of that one. He will look over Greta's file and see what it has to say.
When you open up the file, the very first thing it says, in addition to information as it is listed, you realize two things. One, that it appears to have a German original and an English translation in lighter ink underneath it, but written across in red as it is indicated to be from the German State Department. Would be Hitler's secret police at this point. It says, as you are able to decipher, Dr. Greta von Krause, wanted for war crimes, kill on sight. And that is where we will end it tonight, my Olympians, as I know that we have a Strider that needs to go, and my murder of OBS was deliciously savored. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Olympians of all ages, tonight was a night. We saw the death of OBS, the death of Nightbot, and some other things start to transpire. Perhaps the death of Thomas Mueller. Allison, what do you think?
I've only got one thing, and that is chat. You guys fucking rock. Holy shit. Thank you so much for being there and for laughing and crying with us. Thank you so much for all the donations and all the crits. I love Greg's face every time another round of crits comes in for us. It gives me joy. It gives me great, great joy. So thank you all so much. Thanks, of course, to this amazing cast and our amazing keeper. Until next week, you can find me on Twitter from, I think, 4 different cities in the next 7 days. At Allison Robinson with 2 L's and a Y. Catch me on the God's Fall podcast, where I got to hear the Patreon advance copy tonight. Ariskatane might be coming back, God of Chaos. And on Wander Quest, where Astrid has been strangely absent lately, but she's been up to some really interesting stuff too. So make sure you catch up. See you later.
Awesome, Allison. Lauren, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
There's a pissing contest in your bookstore. I apologize for my part in it. Phil will clean it up.
Gross. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter. You can find me here every Sunday and also on Encounter Roleplay tomorrow for a session 0 at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That sounds right. Where we're playing some D&D 5e, and I'm going to see if I can maintain some form of any accent for the next however many months we go for. So I will see you guys there.
Nice. Awesome. Steven, the sniper, how are you doing tonight?
Good, Ben. I had a blast. Thank you, Summer. Thank you, Kevin. Summer, I will get you back one day, I promise. And you're going to be loaded up with crits everywhere I can find you, because I appreciate what you've done for us. I had a blast. I apologize for my part in the pissing contest, but I've written it down in my notes, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Thanks. Had a blast.
Awesome. Strider, how are you doing tonight, bud?
Dude, as far as pissing contests are concerned, Elijah definitely pisses the most. He is the best. He won that one by far. What the fuck? There's so much stuff going on. I don't know how you keep it all straight.
I don't, but go ahead.
Ecstatic to see where it goes. I'll be here next Sunday, of course. Check Lindy and I out on next Wednesday, not this coming up Wednesday. Star Wars got postponed. Encounter Roleplay will start putting up episode 0s, so check those out so you're up to date and ready to go next Wednesday. But I will be here on Sunday to resume my many, many, many roles, and I'm ecstatic to see where it goes.
Awesome, brother. Lindy?
Tonight
did you
was
do-
definitely very interesting, Greg.
It was.
Lots of intriguing
I kind of
things.
dropped a couple things on you, maybe. A
You
couple
did.
small things.
A couple little things just sprinkled up throughout the episode there. Just like a flower girl walking down the aisle. Just here's stuff. I have a feeling the secret chat's gonna be busy tonight. Yeah, awesome. Chat is the absolute best. You guys are amazing and awesome. Hopefully, I can be here next week because I'm gonna be out of town, out of state. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for the next session. So excited to see what happens. But you can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy on the Twitches and Twitters, and here every Sunday night for these awesome, amazing shenanigans. Tuesday nights, Domes and Tentacles podcast with this guy and some all other awesome people from Encounter Roleplay. All Tuesday night on my channel, Running Out of the Abyss. Wednesdays, starting first week in May. Afternoons, playing some Call of Cthulhu, where I'm going to be a little old lady, and with this guy and some other cool people. And then 3 hours break, I've been playing with that guy. I think that's the right direction. The Strider on Star Wars, and I'm going to be super awesome there because, you know, I'm a badass 12-year-old kid. And then Thursday evenings, Web DM. It's a lot of fun. Dark Sunsetting. And then Fridays, starting in May, there's going to be Firefly on this channel where I'm super excited. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And that is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I too want to mirror everything that the Olympians said. Pokey Summer, Kevin, thank you guys so much for the crits. I know Allison thinks that it breaks my heart when you guys get crits. It doesn't. To be honest, I want heroes to be heroes, and when they should be able to do something and critting it and doing it awesome, that's perfectly fine with me. We get to continue to tell the story. At some point, and I don't want this to happen, but at some point, the sun goes down and crits fail. So if we get to that point, so be it. That's the way the dice want to tell the story. But until then, I am the number 1 fan of the Olympians, sitting in the front row. There's a lot of things that are coming up that should be extremely interesting. Wondering about Thomas Mueller, he was to make an appearance this episode at this particular moment. His intervening on the death of Elijah Sawyer was actually part of his second boon that he received. Should that have been Dwight that went over, he wouldn't have made his appearance at that time, and Dwight better have 30 luck queued up, because, or if Elijah hadn't had a boon. Just so everybody knows that mechanically, I'm just not saving people willy-nilly, even though I do love them. As for me, Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters, and you can find me here playing with Steven as we do a little tickles and pancakes when we do Far Cry 5 and boob our way through it. It's fun, it's great, you know, lots of laughs. But as Lindy said, let's talk about just the channel here. Starting first Friday in May, Firefly, Tales from the Big Damn Verse will be starting. We have a great cast. We have a lot of really fun stories that I actually wrote 10 years ago when I was doing fan fiction, because that's who your keeper is. And then later on in May, Conan Age Undreamed Of starts. And I am super duper psyched to get into that one. And if not mentioned before, mentioned now, in June, Project Kronos starts, as we get to see what the original Olympians are doing in the Great War and in Nowhere. But until then, everybody, let's send some love over to Metamancer, as she is running a little, I think she's Cthulhu tonighty, so you can continue that Cthulhu action. And from 1933 to 2018, everybody keep your heads about you and listen to me. If you see that fucker OBS, you tell him I'm coming for him. You tell him the Olympians are coming for him. Hell's coming with him. Or with us, with you. See you in 1933 next week.